Hey there, want to win a $100 Best Buy coupon? Well, you're in the right place. In every video, a 6-digit code will pop up clearly on screen. It could be anywhere, so watch the whole video carefully. Once you spot the code, click the link in the pinned comment and enter your name, phone, email, and the code. One lucky winner from each video gets $100 and winners are announced on the website every Monday. Don't blink, your next $100 could show up any second. Yo, what's up everybody, it's Mark here, and we're back again with another TV review. This time, we're diving into the LG 43-inch Class UT70 series. This 4K TV packs a punch when it comes to features, especially considering its price point. We're talking 4K resolution, HDR support, LG's webOS Smart platform, all for under $250. But is it too good to be true? Does this TV deliver on its promises? Or are there compromises hidden beneath the surface? That's what we're here to find out. We'll break down everything, the good, the bad, and everything in between, so you can decide if the LG UT70 is the right fit for your setup. By the way, we're talking specifically about the 43-inch model, the 43UT7000PUA, which you can currently snag for just $219.99. That's right, $219.99 for a 4K HDR TV in 2024. And with a solid 4.6 out of 5 stars from over 350 reviews, it seems like people are digging it. But let's dive deeper and see what's really going on. So, let's kick things off with the core specs. The LG UT70 rocks a 43-inch LED panel with a 4K UHD resolution. That's 3,840 by 2,160 pixels. Now, 4K resolution has become pretty standard at this point, even at this price range. The real question is how well it handles all those pixels, and we'll get into that in just a bit. Under the hood, LG's using their direct lit LED backlighting. This means the LEDs are positioned directly behind the screen, which can lead to decent contrast and black levels. However, it's not quite as precise or as bright as the mini LED or OLED tech you find in higher-end TVs. One key feature that really stands out is the webOS Smart platform. This is LG's proprietary operating system for their TVs, and it's known for being super intuitive and user-friendly. We're talking smooth navigation, a clean interface, and easy access to all your favorite streaming apps like Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, you name it. Now let's talk about HDR, or High Dynamic Range. The UT70 supports HDR10, which is great because it expands the range of colors and contrast, making those bright scenes pop and those dark scenes more detailed. In terms of design, the UT70 keeps it pretty standard. Thin bezels around the screen help maximize that viewing area, and the overall aesthetic is sleek and modern. It won't necessarily be the centerpiece of your living room, but it's not going to distract from your decor either. Connectivity-wise, you're covered with 3 HDMI ports, which is pretty standard for a TV in this class. You've also got 2 USB ports for connecting external drives or other peripherals. And of course, you've got your standard Wi-Fi and Ethernet options for getting connected to the internet. So, those are the key features on paper. Now let's get into the real-world performance and see how the LG UT70 actually stacks up. Alright, so let's dive into the good stuff. What makes the LG UT70 a solid contender in the budget TV arena? First up, picture quality. For the price, the UT70 delivers surprisingly good image quality. The 4K resolution really shines through, especially when you're watching native 4K content. Details are sharp, colors are vibrant, and the overall picture is pleasing to the eye. Now don't expect the same level of color accuracy or black levels that you'd get from a high-end OLED TV, but for everyday viewing, the UT70 holds its own. HDR content also looks pretty good, with noticeable improvements in highlights and shadow detail. Next, let's talk about that webOS Smart platform. This is arguably one of the UT70's biggest strengths. LG's webOS is known for its snappy performance and intuitive interface, and this TV is no exception. Navigating through menus is a breeze, and the app selection is top-notch. You've got all the major streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, Hulu, YouTube, and more. Plus, webOS supports both Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, so you can control your TV with your voice. Another major pro is the price. At just $219.99, the LG UT70 is incredibly affordable for a 4K HDR TV. It's a great option for budget-conscious buyers who don't want to sacrifice too much on features or performance. And let's not forget about the 4.6-star rating from hundreds of reviews. That's a pretty solid indicator that people are generally happy with this TV. Users praise its sharp picture, ease of use, and of course, that incredible price-to-performance ratio. So far, the LG UT70 is shaping up to be a pretty compelling option for budget-minded shoppers. But before we jump to conclusions, let's take a look at some of the potential drawbacks. Okay, so we've covered the good stuff, but let's be real, no tech product is perfect. The LG UT70 is no exception. While it offers a lot of value for the price, there are a few compromises to keep in mind. One common complaint you'll find in reviews is the sound quality. The built-in speakers are decent enough for casual viewing, but they lack the depth and richness you'd get from a dedicated soundbar or home theater system. The bass is a bit weak, and the overall audio can sound a bit thin, especially at higher volumes. If you're someone who values immersive audio, you'll probably want to factor in the cost of a soundbar into your budget. Another area where the UT70 falls a bit short is in its gaming performance. While it's perfectly fine for casual gaming, hardcore gamers might notice some input lag, especially in fast-paced action games. The input lag isn't terrible, but it's not the best we've seen either. Additionally, the UT70 only has a standard 60 Hz refresh rate. This means you won't get the super smooth motion handling of TVs with higher refresh rates like 120 Hz or 144 Hz. Again, this isn't a deal breaker for casual viewing or gaming, but it's something to keep in mind if you're looking for the absolute best gaming experience. Another thing to consider is the limited app selection compared to some other smart TV platforms. While webOS has all the major players, you might find that some niche streaming services or apps are missing. And finally, while the design is sleek and modern, it's not exactly premium. The build quality is decent, but it's mostly plastic construction, which might feel a bit cheap compared to TVs with metal frames or stands. So, those are some of the potential downsides to consider. Now let's take a closer look at that webOS Smart platform and see what it brings to the table. Alright, let's talk webOS. This isn't just some tacked-on smart TV interface, it's a core part of the LG experience. And it's one of the reasons I think this TV punches above its weight class. First off, the design language is clean, minimal, it just makes sense. You're not bombarded with a million things on screen at once. Navigation is smooth, responsive, and dare I say, enjoyable. You can customize the layout, pin your favorite apps, and it even remembers your viewing habits to give you recommendations. Speaking of apps, you've got all the heavy hitters pre-installed. Netflix, Prime Video, Disney+, Hulu, YouTube, you name it. And the App Store itself is surprisingly well populated, though, as I mentioned earlier, it might not have every niche service out there. But here's where webOS gets really interesting. It plays nicely with both Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. So, if you're deep in either ecosystem, you can control your TV with just your voice. Change the volume, switch inputs, launch apps, even search for content, all hands-free. It's incredibly convenient, especially when you can't be bothered to dig for the remote. And speaking of the remote, LG's Magic Remote deserves its own shout-out. It's not just a standard remote, it's got motion controls, so you can use it like a laser pointer to navigate the interface. It takes a little getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's super intuitive and actually kind of fun to use. Overall, webOS is a major selling point for the LG UT70. It elevates the entire user experience and makes this TV feel much more premium than its price tag suggests. So we've gone through the specs, the pros, the cons, and that awesome webOS platform. The big question remains, is the LG UT70 worth your hard-earned cash? The short answer is, it depends. It all comes down to your needs and priorities. If you're on a tight budget and you're looking for a solid 4K TV with a great smart TV experience, the LG UT70 is an absolute steal at $219.99. You get a sharp, vibrant picture, a user-friendly interface, and access to all your favorite streaming apps, all for less than the cost of some mid-range smartphones. However, if you're a serious gamer or an audiophile, you might want to consider spending a bit more for a TV with better gaming performance or sound quality. The input lag and speaker quality on the UT70 aren't terrible, but they're not going to blow you away either. Ultimately, the LG UT70 is a great example of how much TV you can get for your money these days. It's not perfect, but it excels in the areas that matter most for everyday viewing, namely picture quality, smart features, and ease of use. And that 4.6-star rating from hundreds of users speaks volumes. People are genuinely happy with this TV, and for good reason. It offers incredible value for the price, making it a compelling option for budget-conscious shoppers. So there you have it, the LG UT70, a budget-friendly 4K TV that punches above its weight class thanks to its impressive picture quality, intuitive webOS smart platform, and that ridiculously low price tag. That's it for my review of the LG 43-inch class UT70 series. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this the budget TV champion we've been waiting for? Would you pick this up for $219.99? Or spend a little extra for more premium features? If you're interested in learning more about the LG 43UT7000PUA, or maybe checking out some of its competitors, I've left some links down in the description, and as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future tech reviews. Peace out!